understood finance,
If I understood finance, I could make money 24/7 without working. That's the difference. So, what you're going to learn today is how to make money all the time without working. Thank you.
There are lots of kinds of education, sex education.
There are lots of types of education, sex education, music or physical education. But to be successful as an entrepreneur, you need to know these three types of education. First, academic education is reading, writing, and arithmetic.
It's very J.
I didn't do very well here, but it's extremely important. I'm not saying very, but extremely important. Academic learning is very important. Secondly, professional education. If you become a doctor, a lawyer, a secretary, it doesn't matter. I had two professions. The first was in the merchant marine. I was the third deck officer on an oil tanker. It was a great job. Then I became a pilot. Many of my friends became airline pilots. I didn't want to fly anymore.
I just didn't want to fly anymore.
And thirdly, it's financial education. That's what we're going to talk about.
As a young boy,
as a kid, I realized I could beat my friends here. And if I understood that, in other words, I can make much more money here than the guys who are here.
These guys here, the beauty of
That's the beauty of today's world.
Is that, like
when I used to work at Standard Oil of California, I was paid monthly. When I was an airline pilot too. And when I worked on commission for Xerox, I earned commissions.
That's commission income.
But what I realized thanks to my rich dad is that if I understood finance, I could make money 24/7 without working. That's the difference.
So
today you'll learn how to make money all the time and without working.
Make money 24/7 without working. To me, that makes sense.
For me, that makes much more sense than working hard all day. The basics of financial education start with that. A statement of comprehensive income and a statement of financial position.
This is the fundamental.
These are the fundamentals if you want to be rich.
Wealthy. And if you look over here.
If you look over here after the mission, this is the cash flow. This is accounting, financial directors, internal audits. When I was young, my rich dad started with this. He told me, if you can manage this, you'll always be rich, no matter what happens to you. So here we have the money coming in, the money going out, and the management of assets and liabilities. Where people go wrong is that they think their house is an asset.
And
that's the problem. They think their car is an asset. By the general principles of accounting, I can call this suit an asset.
I can actually count the suit.
That's what my rich dad used to say.
And that's what my rich dad says.
That's where people position themselves.
That's where people get messed up.
So this is called a statement of comprehensive income. In America, this is known as a statement of financial position or balance sheet. There is a third thing called
cash flow.
The statement of cash flows. So when you look at this
here is the real game. That's
the real picture of the game of the cash flow. We have the income, the expenses, the balance sheet and cash flow statement.
The cash flow. So it's the game.
The game teaches you in a simple, intermediate, and then advanced way, all while entertaining you.
While you're having fun.
Simply, my rich dad told me, assets put money in your pocket. So here is the cash flow of an asset. An asset, it could be my house that I rented out.
I'll say a house I rent out. Okay. Boom. So
Assets put money in your pocket, whether you work or not. So what do assets do? They put money in your pocket, whether you work or not.
One more time.
One more time, what do assets do? They put money in your pocket, whether you work or not.
Now, I asked someone in Singapore.
In Singapore, I asked someone, "Can you name your assets?" A little Chinese lady raises her hand. She says, "Yes, yes, my husband."
My husband. Applause. My husband. I'm sorry.
I tell her I'm referring to inanimate objects, but she replies that he doesn't do anything.
That's all.
A liability takes money out of your pocket. What defines a liability? It takes money out of your pocket. People fear leaving their jobs because they believe their assets are truly assets. They have to keep working. Are you following?
Does that make sense, you guys here? So the other mistake.
The other mistake people make is that they think their house is an asset. So they buy a big one, but they have a mortgage.
It's a building because it's a building they appreciate, but what they have is a mortgage.
It's death. In English, it's mortgage.
And a mortgage stands for death.
It kills you. But I'm not against mortgages.
I'm not against mortgages.
But they buy a big house, a big boat, a BMW, things like that.
And they have the BMW, a Lexus, something like that. And so
They have a job. Money comes in and goes out.
cash flows out.
I call that financial diarrhea.
Cannot stop.
It comes out continuously, 24/7.
Again, this
This is the real game sheet for the cash flow game. This is the pièce de résistance. It's a patent filed with the United States Patent and Trademark Office.
patent office based on a financial statement, which I found pretty interesting. But when I did commerce,
When I look at people's finances,
people like
employees and self-employed people
self-employed, they
think that this line is the most important, the salary. That's not what my rich dad taught me. He asked me to look at those lines. Interest, dividend, real estate market.
it's this here
That's what makes people rich.
makes people rich.
Not that.
So
The goal of this cash flow game is for people to take that money, move it there, and come back here.
and return here. That's all. That's it. Okay. So the assets.
There are four main types of assets that make people rich. Number one, a business.
It's business on this side. So you look at guys like Bill Gates.
Gates, who founded Microsoft. Jobs, who founded Apple. Murdoch for television.
As broadcasting.
A business is asset number one. That's why I learned how to sell. Because you have to learn to sell well to have a business. Number two, real estate. My wife in 1981 started with a rental property. Now she has 1,400 and I have 10,000. My wife has 1,400 and we have two houses. Those are liabilities. We have a house in Arizona and one in Hawaii. We consider them liabilities, not assets. The third class of assets is paper.
Stocks, bonds.
Stocks, mutual funds, unit trusts, things like that. In Malaysia, I talked about unit trusts and mutual funds, but I also talked about real estate. The financial specialists left the room. They were unhappy with what I was saying.
They're very upset with what I say.
It's not that I don't want to invest in unit trusts. It's just that I don't trust them. I don't believe in it.
So that's the reason, but we'll explain why later.
That's my reason, but I'll explain why later. They are for a certain social class. It's probably the riskiest investment. The savings are included in that.
Are commodities.
The fourth asset class is commodities. So personally, I have gold. I took a gold mine public in China. I have a silver mine that I took public in South America. I have a copper mine and oil company. Things like that.
An oil company, something like that. But I also
have physical gold and silver.
And Mike Mooney has silver.
Physically, the best investment today is this. The dollar is crashing.
Crashing. All right.
Every month, these things, whether I work or not, put money in my pocket.
Put money in my pocket.
Issues with this type of business.
S businesses.
In most cases, like a doctor, when he stops working, the income disappears. So,
These things here.
with these things, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the income keeps coming. That's what I was trained for.